That wouldn't.
You guys good?
We're all good? Everybody good? We're good? Think they can start? Yep. The live stream's going?
So good morning, everybody. Welcome to Element 5 today, and for those on the live stream, thanks for tuning in this morning. Great to have everybody here. My name is Patrick Poulinen, President and CEO at Element 5. The team at Element 5 and Haaslocker are incredibly proud to host an event like this today that is sure to mark a key milestone in Ontario's approach towards building with wood. I'd like to give a warm welcome to Ministers Quinn, Calandra, Flack, Mayor Preston, our Haaslocker team from Austria, distinguished guests, friends, and neighbors. As we gather here, we recognize that we are on the traditional territories of the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, Attawandarog, and Mississauga peoples. Today it is also home to a vibrant tapestry of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. Our presence here is rooted in historical agreements, including Treaty 2, also known as the McKee Purchase Treaty of 1790, with over 50 signatories of both settlers and Indigenous leaders. Additionally, the Nanfan Deed underscores the cooperative spirit among multiple nations, emphasizing the shared responsibility for land and resources. These treaties shaped our land we stand on today, and their legacy continues to guide our relationships and responsibilities as treaty people. As beneficiaries of these agreements, we strive to uphold collective stewardship, both through our projects and our care for the land and the water that surround us. Let us continue to strive to enhance our connections and reinforce the bonds that honor the alliances embedded in these treaties. So now, let's get the party started. I'd like to invite the Honourable Nolan Quinn to the podium for a special message today, Associate Minister of Forestry, MPP Stormont, Dundas, South Glengarry.
Thank you, Patrick, for that kind introduction. I want to thank Element 5 for hosting us and for all of you for being here today. Element 5 is Ontario's certified manufacturer of cross-laminated timber and is leading the way in innovative mass timber building materials. Demand for these products is expected to grow by up by 25% per year over the next decade. It's a significant opportunity for Element 5, for St. Thomas, and for Ontario. Element 5's success demonstrates how much the forest sector contributes to our province and is a huge economic driver. And our government is dedicated to building this vital sector and understands that when we are supporting forestry, we are supporting our communities. That is why I'm very pleased to announce that the Ontario government is investing over $3.4 million in Element 5. This funding will increase the company's production space by 68,000 square feet and add new equipment to more than triple Element 5 production, increase revenue by over 300%, and expand export sales by nearly 600%. Element 5 will also triple its purchases of Ontario lumber, benefiting local sawmills and businesses, as well as across Ontario. This investment is being made available through the Forest Sector Investment and Innovation Program, creating 32 new jobs at Element 5. Cross-laminated timber is part of the fast-growing field of advanced wood construction, and our government is working hard to bring the benefits of advanced wood construction to Ontario. We have partnered with the Canadian Wood Council to promote wood-based building. We have supported amendments to the Ontario Building Code and worked with the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing to make it easier to use wood in construction. We continue to collaborate with industry, academia, fire services, insurers, and other subject matter experts. and our progress continues today. I'm pleased to also announce the launch of the Draft Advanced Wood Construction Action Plan. This plan recognizes Ontario's unique advantages in this fast-growing field. We have the ready wood supply in our sustainably managed forests, and we have the forest sector talent, technology, and expertise to produce these cutting-edge products. The draft plan sets out 4 objectives: promote and educate to accelerate the use of advanced wood construction, simplify access by advancing research and updating building codes, and grow Ontario's advanced wood construction capacity by investing in advanced manufacturing facilities and processes, and showcase innovation to highlight the benefits of advanced wood construction. Advanced wood construction will help Ontario build homes and businesses, grow in our communities faster and more efficiently. The draft plan is available on the Environmental Registry of Ontario for review and public comment. I encourage all of you to share your input and to help build our roadmap to position Ontario as the North American leader in advanced wood construction. Under the leadership of our Premier Doug Ford, today's investment is the launch of our draft plan, demonstrates our ongoing support for Ontario's forestry sector now and into the future. Thank you. I'd like to welcome up Paul Calandra, Minister Paul Calandra, to say a few remarks.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Minister Quinn. Let me just say that the work that Minister Quinn will be doing will be vital in helping us really reach our goals of building 1.5 million homes across the province of Ontario. And I know he's really hit the ground running, and this is part of what we're doing across the province of Ontario. And just a moment also to thank Minister Flack as the Associate Minister of Housing, really the work that he did laid the groundwork for the announcements that we've been able to make and some of the changes that we're bringing to the building code across the province of Ontario, which is helping us unleash the power of wood products across Ontario. And also, if I can, to my former colleague and the Mayor of St. Thomas, Mayor Preston. I have to tell you, Mayor, as I was saying, my team and I were driving around St. Thomas last night after we had a wonderful dinner on Main Street, and there is just so much happening in St. Thomas. It is so much more than just VW. It is a vibrancy that is happening across St. Thomas, and congratulations really to you and your council. It is really, really exciting being in St. Thomas and seeing what's happening here. And again, to Element 5 and to this team, this is a very impressive and awe-inspiring facility to visit, and it helps showcase how much we can do across the province of Ontario, how important it is that the province of Ontario begin to innovate, begin to look at other jurisdictions and catch up when it comes to the building of 1.5 million homes. For far too long, we've relied on other old-school techniques of building homes, and now we can showcase that we can do it better. We can take ideas from other jurisdictions that have been doing it for a long time, take ideas right here from the province of Ontario, who are exporting those ideas, and now we are going to be using them in the province of Ontario. And when Minister Flack said we can go to 18 stories encapsulated timber product, initially a lot of people thought, well, maybe not. But the more and more we looked into it, the more the science helped us identify that this is not only something that can be done, it's something that should be done. And the work of Minister Quinn will help us ensure that we have the product, that we can build and grow places like Element 5. So thank you very, very much. I can't tell you how important this investment is and how important the work that you do here will be to helping us meet our goals of building 1.5 million homes and so much more across the province of Ontario. So thank you and congratulations. And again, thank you to my colleagues who really deserve all the credit for the announcement that we're making today. And with that, I will turn it over to Minister Flack.
Well, thank you, Paul. A great honor, obviously, to be here. Good news announcements. I had an announcement yesterday just south of Ottawa in Carleton Place, and I hoofed it home to make sure I was here to be with you for this important almost $3.5 million announcement. So let me begin by thanking Minister Calandra, because as everyone, I know you're riveted when you read all the legislation that comes out of Queen's Park, but Bill 185, cutting red tape to build more homes faster, was passed last spring. And we have one little minor change to go with the building code, but we can now go from 12-story to 18 stories with mass timber, encapsulated mass timber construction, which is what we have here today. And I can say that last year, I think it was in August, Patrick, where were we? We were here with Minister Smith and Graydon Smith to have a quick tour. And where's Chris? Gave us a great tour. And boy, did I get my eyes open when I saw how this really is put together. It's impressive. It's wonderful. But the best part is it's part of our great Ontario economy. You know, St. Thomas, Joe, is very fortunate to have Element 5 here and investing. As Joe will say, you drive by here all the time and you can see the construction taking place. I think, Patrick, you said you're more than doubling your capacity, which is, as a business guy, you love to see, which means jobs, right? Jobs not only to build this construction, but you're going to have 32 full-time more employees here when all is said and done. And that's more people, more families. We're a growing region, and so we have to get more homes built faster. So on behalf of the government, my colleagues, Minister Calandra, and the newbie to the cabinet table, Nolan Quinn, was a great friend. We traveled to Taiwan together. Think of him on one of those seats going to Taiwan. That was, I thought I was tall. It was, but we had a lot of fun, and it's a great addition to cabinet. So with that, I'll thank everyone for coming. Very much appreciated for coming out, and I'll turn it over to your mayor, Joe Preston. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you. Good morning. I first of all like to introduce a couple of friends. I have Mayor Sloan and Deputy Mayor Noble here from Central Elgin. Almost nothing can happen in St. Thomas without the neighbors around us and the surrounding parts of Southern Ontario seeing exactly the same growth. So I'm happy you could come and share some of this news with us today. I was sharing, as we were talking beforehand, about watching the construction go up. I don't know how many of you have kids in soccer, but sometimes it's not as exciting as you might think. And so this is happening right beside our largest soccer facility, and so I hear almost on a daily basis from parents, wow, did you see how much faster Element 5's moving? Did you see what else they got done today? I don't have to come visit. I just get to meet soccer parents, and it works really well. The ministers have all talked about the thousands of homes, the millions of homes we've got to build in Ontario. This is another thing that helps us do it. But I want to talk about the thousands of jobs that we continue to create here in St. Thomas so that we can build those homes. The thousands of jobs created here in St. Thomas and around the province because of this provincial government. Somebody north is making money taking down trees and turning them into the source for what Element 5 does. Somebody further down that stream is now building houses and building buildings with the product Element 5 does. So not only the jobs in St. Thomas, and thank you very much for each and every one of those, and to the province of Ontario, but thank you to the jobs created upstream and downstream from all the industries like this. St. Thomas continues to plan its growth. Ontario continues to help St. Thomas plan its growth and the region's growth. So let's keep working together on great projects like Element 5. Thanks.
Thank you, Mayor Preston. So, as many of you know, we have a relatively new member to the Element 5 ownership group. Haslacher, based in Austria, is a global leader producer of lumber and mass timber products. And we're super proud that Element 5 is their entry point into production in the North American market. And we're so excited about that next phase of our journey. And so I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Christoph Coulter. He's the CEO and owner of the Haslacher Group.
Yeah, hello, good morning, and welcome everybody. I'm really excited to be here. It's our first major investment outside of Europe, and you could not feel more welcome if you see all the support we have here locally and also from the Ontario government. So thanks a lot about this. Mass timber is a great way to tackle climate change because mass timber is actively storing carbon dioxide, and by using timber in a useful way, we actually create a second forest, and that's the future in sustainable building. But it's also very important to have a very sound ecosystem and a strong value chain. That all starts, of course, with sustainable forestry, and you need to have the resources and the logging resources, and then, of course, the industry sawmilling and now our mass timber production, but it's also important to think about the residues. You know, you need to have a pulp production, and cogeneration is also an important issue for the future. And we all see this happening in Ontario, and so I'm more than convinced that this is exactly the right point where we have come to. There's a lot to create together, and I also want to thank our local management and the whole team. You're putting in a great effort to make this investment a success. And once again, thank you very much for the local support. I'm really seeing a bright future for timber construction in Ontario, and in the future I think we will combine our forces. You know, the know-how is also an important part in timber construction, education, and of course the unified building codes and simple standards. And that's a lot we have to do, a lot we have to create, and I'm very grateful to be here and in this great place. Thank you.
So amazing news, amazing story, incredible support for this business, mass timber production in Ontario. So ministers, really appreciate your support, your kind words. Mayor, Christophe, thanks so much. I think that concludes us for today.